can check the status of licenses and product registrations in a couple of different ways. This first option for both licenses and product registrations will be going from under the report screen. You can go to your wholesale license link here. Every state is going to be listed, but you may not hold licenses in every state. So the status will tell you whether or not you hold a license or not. So if it says none next to a state, that means you do not hold a license in that state. But any state that has a status other than none means that you do hold a license, and then whatever that status is showing will give you an indication of what's going on with that license. So this column will show you the status of your license. It could be in process government, it could be approved, any sort of status like that. It'll also tell you the type of license it is and the name of the license. It will give you the license number, the effective date if we had one, and then the expiration date of that license, as well as the PDF of the license if we have been provided with that license approval. So you can also download copies of all the licenses, the PDFs that we have in the portal by clicking on the Send PDFs link up here, then clicking the Check to Download box, and then just selecting over here each box for next to the license that you want to download, and then clicking the OK button. So that shows you expiration dates, license numbers, PDFs of all your licenses. And then if you want to do the same thing for product registrations, you can go down here under Reports to Product Registrations. And then you can filter here either by state or by product. Filtering by state will list out all of your products along with the registration status of each of those products. If it says none, then you don't have that product registered in the state of Connecticut. Any other status will mean that either that product has been registered or is getting ready to be submitted to the state or processing. It'll also give you the price, the FOB pricing that was input into the system for that product, if one was input. It'll also give you the expiration date if there is one. If a registration code is issued by the state, then that will also be in this column. So that's where you'll be able to find your approval codes for your product approvals. It'll also give you the name of the distributor if one was appointed in this column over here. And then it'll also have PDFs of the label and the COLA that was uploaded for that product. And if we receive an actual PDF approval from the state, we will upload that here. So you are able to download any PDF approvals that we have received from this column here. And then also, if you want to go by product instead of by state, you can select product, select the product, and then this will list every state. Again, you might not have everything registered in in every state, but if you see a status of none, that means that product is not registered in the state of Connecticut. But again, it's also going to give you pretty much all that same information that was in the one by state. So it'll give you the expiration date, the distributor, the registration code if there was one, and then also the PDF if that was provided by the state. So that's one way to look at statuses in kind of a quick overview and snapshot. And then the other thing that you can do is also under reports, you can go to requests. And on this screen, you can filter a lot of different ways. You can filter by the status. If you want to see everything that's in a status of new, you can do that. You can also do it by request type. So if you want to see everything that's currently in process for wholesale registrations, you can select wholesale registrations, hit refresh, and then you'll see everything that's currently being processed. You can also filter by state if you want to see everything that's in process, say in the state of Connecticut, and this is going to give you everything, product registrations, licenses, license renewals. And then you can also filter by request number. So every time you input a new label registration request, at the final submission, a request number will be provided, which is going to be this number right here in this column, request number. So if you keep track of those request numbers, you can input that number here and just filter by everything that's under that request number. So For example, 1183 is a direct shipper registration. It was for Connecticut and Michigan, so it's going to show you everything that was in that request. You'll also be able to see over here in the comments field, all the comments that we are inputting as we are working on this request. So you'll be able to see everything that's going on and kind of track the process that way as well.